Tonight's the night, baby. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment, and today we're looking at IMDb, and we're looking at a deep dive at Dexter Resurrection. We're at the halfway point of season one. Now, the rumours are this is going to be a yearly release of seasons, alright? The good old days of TV shows, brother, right? You remember back in the day, season one that year, season two the next year, season three the year after that. Yeah, even Lionel, the golden retriever to the left of me, yawned like, this new format of releasing TV shows is pish. I totally agree with you, Big Stevie. He agrees. He's a happy man. Anyway, let's dive into it. Protect your devices today. No. But the IMDb, right? An average rating of 9.2 out of 10. I mean, that's fantastic. You can't really fault that. I mean, if I was to just hazard a guess and say where does that put Dexter Resurrection in terms of the rest of the seasons, obviously there's 5 episodes to go, I would say it probably puts it in, at least, I would say it's 4th place. I would believe it's behind seasons 1, 2 and 4. But I would say it's probably comfortably beating the others. It's definitely probably beating New Blood in season 8 because they have like really low ratings at the end of their season, and then like the other seasons just across the board are consistently a bit average. So 9.2 there. But as we scroll down, baby, as you can see, cats and mice are up next. What's that say? As Dexter closes in on a narcissistic murderer, Harrison faces a crisis of identity while trying to find his place in the world. Meanwhile, Batista, I walk alone. Most recently, Murder Horny got a 9.1 out of 10. But before we dive into it, I think it's interesting about the cast. A lot of these people are cast for 10 episodes, and fun fact, they've not all been in 10 episodes. But I've seen rumours, right, that Blessing Kamara could potentially be the New York Ripper. Then I've seen people say it actually could be Jonah Mitchell. I don't think it's Jonah Mitchell, right? But you never know. You never know, brother. We'll get X acting right there. So, constant 7 episodes, Joy. I mean, there's people being casted here for 10 episodes, and I'll tell you one thing, we're not in 10 episodes. Moving on. Well, I haven't been in all the episodes so far. User ratings. So as you see, that's how you got the average 9.2. You've got a lot of ones, but I feel like the ones are just people that hate on the show. The true reflection will be up here. As you can see, there's a lot of 9s. There's a hell of a lot of 10s. And there's a good portion of 8s, 7s, and then like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. They're all a bit mediocre in terms of numbers, and then 1's got a decent. One's got the same as 7. Amazing reviews. So let's read a few. The show is very great. It shows a lot of Dexter and also gives you plot to new characters, which I love. I've also seen a lot of Dexter's old pals. Yeah, brilliant. Glad they erased that awful ending on New Blood. I'm so glad they decided to bring Dexter back for Dexter Resurrection, because the way they ended New Blood was just awful. And as you can see, so Murder Horny got 9.1 out of 10. I think we gave a 7 out of 10. Episode 4, yeah, for me, definitely the best episode of the season so far. Thought it was great. 9.3, Backseat Driver. Can't really complain too much about that. Episode 2, Camera Shy, probably was the worst episode. Because it's a double premiere, the second episode always suffers. I don't recall folks ever watching a double premiere and being like, holy shit, the second episode is so much better than the actual first episode. But I think 8.9 is very weak from the first episode. You know, you had Miguel, you had Trinity, you had Dokes, you had Batista hot on the tail of Dexter, you had the introduction of New York City. I'll admit, like, everything with Harrison in episode 1 I didn't really like. I mean, him killing Ryan Foster was alright, but the NYPD, fuck, I can't stand that woman with the music. Back in the New York, I'm back in the New York, staying alive. How are we headphones on, man? Anyway, that's it. What do you think of the ratings, guys? Average 9.2. Not bad. Not bad at all.